Today we are doing an ESB. Really fancy doing like a bitter, but I really wanted something a bit more exciting. I think is it okay to say that? I don't know. Sorry, if anyone's offended. So I thought yes. I was looking through the hops I have, and I found a packet of Jester. They're 2019 Jester, so I want to use them. I'm gonna throw the whole 100 grams in at flame out. Might actually change it, and we shall throw them in maybe before flame out. 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, something like that, and then we'll get all our bittering from there. I'm kind of in two minds about what to do, so I thought I'd figure out while the mash is going. .5 litres in there, so that was good, that was perfect. That's 1050, which is spot on the recipe. It looks, it's definitely got a red. When it was coming out I thought it was darker than it was, but it is this kind of orangey red colour, so it's pretty much spot on to what we want. Yeast is going to be this is from Chateau. Dehydrated bond, so it's SO4. SO4 equivalent actually says on it, so let us get that in. My word is my bond. You know, I'm sorry about that. That was actually a really terrible Roger Moore impression. His autobiography is called My Word is My Bond. Try it again. Should get the eyebrow going. I can't do it. It's really hard to do one eyebrow. My word is my bond. See? Well, it's like I've got one eyebrow and I can't. It's the only one that's working. I'm trying to do that one. Miss Moneypenny. Right, okay, that's it. It's going to be in there for a week or two. No rush on it. I've got a keg to get rid of. Keg to drink, sorry. Before the space freed up, so no rush. 18 degrees, should do well. Oh, one more thing. Can I get the tilt in? I nearly forgot. What with all the one eyebrow fun and games there. There it goes, green tilt. Get my money's worth out of that tilt anyway, if nothing else. Just gets used round the clock. that's the ESB. From last week, if you recall, the keg has gone feral with the foam. And, I mean, it looks completely dead in the glass. There's a few bubbles going up, but not an awful lot. Not an awful lot at all. And that's been sitting on the gas. So, I don't know. Let's do it anyway. Let's do the review and hope for the best. Colour wise, it looks spot on. It is a lovely red colour. It's maybe looking a bit too dark on camera, but it is kind of... Does this ever work? Yeah, it's definitely that kind of reddy colour there. So yeah, it looks good. It's clear. It's just foamy, and it looks flat. It looks flat in the glass, let's be honest. You can see a couple of bubbles though around the outside, so there's obviously something going on. But yeah, it looks good. Definitely looks good. So this is the ESB then. So this is ESB with Jester hops. So as far as the recipe goes, I didn't want to use any amber malt with this. One, because I don't actually think I have any. But I always end up, it just gets a bit too kind of intensely bready and raisiny, so I didn't want to do that. So I'm trying to use other things. So in this there is 91%, something's just dropped off there, I don't know. 91% Golden Promise. We've got 4.1% Chateau Wheat Blanc, 3.4% Cara Gold, which is Chateau Cara Gold. It's like crusted malt, I'm guessing, and chocolate malt. Just a little bit for the colour. So that's basically it. It's just really Belgian crystal malt. And that's it. And obviously Golden Promise, but that's the base malt. So nothing fancy. Hops are Aurora, 7 grams of Aurora to bitter with. It's a 90-minute boil, and then we've got 100 grams of Jester going in 5 minutes to go, which only gives it an IBU of like 30, just over 30. And then we're using WHC Lab Bond for this, which is SO4 equivalent, and RO water special bitter style. There is definitely a couple of bubbles going up. I can see them. You will never be able to see them, but I can see them. I'm wondering what it's going to be like on the taste. We'll have to wait until after the smell. Oh, this has been conditioning for a good while. Obviously, it's been conditioning too long because the keg's gone feral. 82 days! 82 days it's gone. Ooh, wow. Doesn't beat the 105 days of the hook stomp from last week, but 82 days that has been sitting there. Which is probably too long, to be honest, but again, like the hokum, I wanted to wait, and then I'd have a couple of like darker beers on for Christmas, December time, when it's wet and cold and storm blowing outside by the sound of it. And it's bin day tomorrow, and it's the recycling bin as well, so no doubt it'll blow over, and then it'll blow all the bloody tin cans and stuff all over the road. The aroma smells of some kind of berry off that. Definite berry notes. Now the Jester, I think Jester is blackberries, that type of thing. Lychee, grapefruit, that type of thing. Gooseberry maybe. But off this, it's definitely a bit of a berry note, and there's a kind of malty smell in there. It's almost, the combination actually reminds me of like, it's like smelling wine or something like that, you know, but not like white wine, red wine. Wed wine. Did I just say wed wine? I don't know. I did the second time. It's like red wine in the sense that it's really kind of intense when you smell it. I'm not saying it smells like red wine, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. But that's nice. It is nice. Okay, we are going in. Please let this be carbonated. Please let this be carbonated. It is a nice, gentle carbonation, it has to be said, which is to style, I suppose. I mean, it is a bitter at the end of the day. A really nice aftertaste on that, my god. It actually tastes like blackberry jam, blackberry marmalade, whatever. What's the difference between marmalade and jam? Jesus, stop. I'm sorry. I can't, my brain just thinks is now off on the marmalade. Can you get blackberry marmalade, or is it just like orange? Christ, you hear the bins outside? Thought the roof was taken off there. Never mind the marmalade. Okay, we definitely got a lovely taste on the back of blackberry jam. That's nice. That's definitely from the Jester hops now, for sure. I'm not overly keen on really intense malt flavours. Like the amber malt, or like dark crystal and all. Now you can get nice flavours of like cherry and that type of thing, and berries as well off dark crystal. But it's so easy to kind of push it too far. At least I have a few times, and it's kind of put the willies up me to want to use a better phrase than that. Which is kind of where we're going with that grain bill instead. I really like that kind of that berry taste in there. It does taste like a kind of really rich ESB type of flavour, but without being too intense, because I have made ESB type beers before and it's just not been kind of to my tastes. That is really nice. It's still not a beer I would drink regularly, if I'm being honest. I like it. I do like it. And I think it's a good beer, but I don't think it's, for me personally, I think it's nice to have now and again, which is why I kind of wanted to bottle stuff off, and then I could have them sitting in here or in the fridge, for then I could just take one off every now and again rather than holding up a whole keg. Obviously we're not going to be bottling it because it's a disaster, which is a shame, because I did want to send a few of these out. I had a couple of people in mind that I wanted to send them out to, but I can't. Body is nice. Body is it's kind of a medium kind of flavour. Let's see what it finished out on. Finished out at 10-13. I'm wondering now, did I take a note of it? I'm sure this, let me see, hold on, fermenting. Yeah, you know what happened with this beer? Should have said this at the start. It got to 10-20 and it stalled. This is the bond, this is the SO4 yeast again. It stalled. I added a little bit of Kvike into it. Cranked it up to 33 degrees, 34 degrees it looks like on this. And it's fermented down to 10-13. So we got an extra 7 points out of it, which then made it 4.9%. Otherwise it would have been, I don't know what, 3 point something. So that was good. But again, possibly SO4. It would have, it's not SO4, it's the bond yeast, but let's call it SO4. But possibly that yeast, with enough time, would have got it down. Maybe it was just going too slow, but it did seem to stall about 10-20. But I don't know that I think all the kind of flavours had already been created with the SO4 yeast, and just that Kvike at the end. I don't know that it's added anything to it, but it has, other than just get it down and get the alcohol up a little bit. It is the kind of beer that it gets better every time you have one. And the second pint will taste better than the first pint, and the third pint will taste better than the second pint. Until you get drunk, and then everything tastes the same. And it doesn't matter what it is. But yeah, I think that's a good beer. As I said before, it's not a beer that I would make regularly or drink regularly, but I like one every now and again. I will be drinking a few of them over Christmas now, to be fair, but yeah, I think that's good. If I was going to change it, if I was wanted to brew it again, I think we would have to have a look at the yeast. Maybe not use SO4 this time. We'll maybe try and find something else. We could probably get a few more fruity esters into it. We could try the Yorkshire Ale yeast, the West Yorkshire Ale yeast. It's always a banger. London Ale yeast, maybe, something like that. But yeah, I think in terms of the hops, yeah, hops definitely work. The 2 hops we used there, and the 100, I was really worried about 100 grams of dumping 100 grams of Jester hops into it at like the end of the boil, because it's just like it's taken out. It seems like it's almost you're hopping on like an IPA, but it doesn't taste like it doesn't taste like an IPA or anything like that. I know obviously those are English hops, but it doesn't taste too bitter or too flavoured. You can taste the malt in there as well as the hops, so it is nicely balanced. That's it. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I shall see you next week for the Christmas special. For the Christmas beer is going to be next week. The Smoked Oak Bourbon Red. Finally get to taste it. So that should be good. So I'll see you then.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!